Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have a ThinkBook 14 Gen 7. This will be the Intel version. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your storage. So first thing, power down your computer, make sure it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access the bottom case screws. You have a total of 9 screws on your bottom case. The 4 on the bottom near the red arrows will come out of the case completely. The rest of the screws near the blue arrows, those are called captive screws. Those will stay in the bottom case even though you fully unscrew them from the threading. After you have all of your screws up, you're going to take a small flat pry tool. You're going to start generally in the back near one of the 2 corners and pry that seam up from the rest of the computer. So you'll start back here near a corner, you'll come in here, take this section off, and then you work your way down the sides. Don't put the pry tool too far in, you could damage some internal components. Keep it on the edge, go nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. When you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like help with any tools or supplies for your computer project, as well as any upgrade and replacement parts for this specific model, the 14G7, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and that'll be a list of all the tools and supplies that I use, plus all the upgrade and replacement parts for this model computer. Now, before touching anything in a computer, it's always best to remove or at least unplug your battery. Computers are safer to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. To get at the battery plug, as you see, it's kind of underneath this shield right here. So you can go ahead and peel that up nice and slow and careful, and you can get that off. Once you do, you can gain access to the plug. This battery is held in by these 5 screws near the red arrows, and it plugs into the motherboard right here. Now, it's generally best to not pull on wires or cables in a computer. You could damage them, and sometimes you can pull them right out of the plug. But in this case, because there wasn't a lot of grip on that plug, I did have to grab it right here. I grabbed the wires right near the black tape, which is probably why they're there. And I pulled on it, wiggled it a little bit. I was careful not to go too hard, but I was able to wiggle that out of that plug from this area here. As far as storage, you have an M.2 port right here to the right of your battery, and you also have one right here to the right of your fan. Many of you will have a 2242 size solid-state drive here with an extender on it so it can screw in here. There's quite a lot of room for upgrades here, especially considering you have 2 ports. One thing to note on this solid-state drive port is when you remove the 2242, you notice that this thermal pad has been placed directly in the center of it. Now that may work well for a 2280 longer solid-state drive, but for this one that they put in the computer, it's kind of off center. So you can peel that up and move it a little up here so it actually does its job well on that 2242, assuming you're keeping that size solid-state drive. I will have all the solid-state drive specifications down below in the description if you need it for reference. However, in that link I told you about with all of the tools and supplies and parts for this computer, I will have several replacement and upgrade options for you to choose from. As far as these smaller 2242s, I will have a 256 gigabyte, a 512 gigabyte, and a 1 terabyte option for you if you want to stay with these smaller size drives. And as far as the longer 2280s, I will have a 1 terabyte, a 2 terabyte, and a 4 terabyte if you're looking to really give this computer a good upgrade. One thing to mention about this, if you're installing an additional drive and keeping the one you have, then this won't apply. But if you're installing a new drive, maybe this one went bad or you're just outright replacing it. If you install a new drive, you may need to install an operating system onto that drive afterwards. I will have 2 video links below in the description. One will help you install Windows 10. The other will show you how to install Windows 11. And if the old drive you're replacing has gone bad, if there is data on it that you want to save, be aware that it's usually possible to recover data even from bad drives. I will have more information about that below in the description as well. And lastly, if you guys are here to increase your computer's performance, increase its speed, and that's why you're upgrading your storage, consider upgrading your RAM as well. RAM is a very large part of your computer's speed ability, and this computer has a lot of RAM upgrades that you can do to it. If you want more information on the RAM upgrade side of this, check out the video that pops up when this one's done, and it will explain the RAM further. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, check out the FAQs in the description. If you need to leave me a question or comment, feel free. I do try to get to those a couple times a day at least. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.